yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he powers his way up past the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
Second down at 5. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for Detroit. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. Looking to throw. Carroll. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Back to throw. Carroll. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Maurice Hurst. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Looking to throw. Carroll. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Quintez Cephus. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. Leading them out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Mond looks to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mond's throw pulled in by Jefferson, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Maurice Hurst in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Here's Samuels, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jalen Samuels his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake. Carroll. He gets this complete to Cephas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. This is Swift on the counter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carroll. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Maurice Hurst in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carroll. It's a loss of 14 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mond. And he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mond looks to throw. Buying time to his left. Able to slither by. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3rd down from the gun. It's Mond. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Mond to the air on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Throwing on first down. Carroll. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, Swift. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Detroit.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw on second down, Carroll. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Mon trying to get his guys to work quickly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They go play action here. Mon. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Now Mond. Escaping the pressure. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kellen Mond in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. So we hit halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. First play's a run with Nwangu. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On first down, here's Mond. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep. On 2nd down, Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd down now, Swift, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 1st down, Carroll. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
An extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Swift. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Carroll. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Mon now off of play action. He'll buy some time right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Minnesota.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll roll him out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. with touchdown numbers. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Detroit's offense. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points